Everybody, NZ Blazing here, back with another squad builder, as I've got D-Wade's final year as a Miami Heat, age 37. They got him at a 76 overall, man. I don't understand it, but we move. We've got the 2019 Miami Heat team here. We've got Hanson, Whiteside, Josh Richardson, Gordon Dragic, Justice Winslow, Kelly Olynyk, Bam Adebayo, Dwyane Wade on his final year, James Johnson, Dion Waiters, Ryan Anderson, Derek Jones Jr., Udonis Haslem, Juwan Morgan, Duncan Robinson, and we won't worry about that one. So that's the team there in Dwyane Wade's final year. So we've got it on Hall of Fame, 12-minute quarters, injuries turned off, and no trades. So we'll get into the simulation of the 2019 team for the Miami Heat and see how well D-Wade's final year can go. So we'll simulate the start of October. So we'll start out, take a tough L to Chicago, then get a 2-point win over Boston Celtics, lose to the Raptors twice in a row, then get a win over the Portland Trail Blazers and a 5-point win over Golden State, and then a 10-point win over the Kings. So we're 4-3 in the first 7. So have a look at the L against Chicago. D-Wade dropped 26, 3-7. Dragic of 19, 6-6. Whiteside with 14-5. Kelly Olynyk with a double-double of 10-10. And then Zach LaVine with 24, 4-5. Larry Marketing with 18-6. And then the win against the Celtics. Got the 2-point win against the Celtics. D-Wade with 28 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists with a steal and a block. 21 points for Josh Richardson. 14-9 for Bam Adebayo. 14-3-9 for Kelly Olynyk. 13-5-13 for Gordon Dragic. So he got a double-double. And then we get 32-6-2 from Tatum. 18-4-7 from Kyrie Irving. 18 from Jaylen Brown. And Morris Sr. with 15. And then the tough loss against the Raptors. We lost twice in a row to them. Josh Richardson with 27-1. D-Wade with 17, 3-3. He struggled 8-20 from the field. 12-13 rebounds for Whiteside, so a double-double. Serge Ibaka with 23-10. Kawhi with 19-11-2. Two assists. Marc Gasol with 15-10, so a double-double for Gasol, double-double for Kawhi, and a double-double for Ibaka. And I'm pretty sure that's the championship. This is the championship Raptors team here anyway as well, I'm pretty sure. And then the L against the Raptors again. Gordon Dragic top scored with 16, 7-8. Dwyane Wade with 16, 0-4. Bam Adebayo with 15 and 12 rebounds, so that's a double-double. Winslow with 15. Kyle Lowry with 36-10. Fred VanVleet with 24, 3-6. Siakam with 18, 10-7. And Kawhi with 16, 5-7. Then the win against the Trailblazers, 17 for McCollum, 16 for Dame Lillard. 28, 8-3 for Whiteside, 16, 5-1 for Bam. Josh Richardson with 14. D-Wade struggled with 12, 2-6. And then the win against the Golden State Warriors, Curry dropped 43, 3-7. Clay would drop 32, 8-4. KD fouled out with 10, 2-4. D-Wade with 27, 5-9. Dragic with 25, 5-7. Josh Richardson with 21. And then the win against the Kings, De'Aaron Fox with 33. Buddy Hield with 25. 24, 3-3 for D-Wade. 19, 4-2 for Richardson. And 16 points for Kelly Olynyk. So we'll move on with 4-3 going into November. So we'll simulate through the start of November. Take a tough loss, 4 L's in a row. take 4 losses in a row. Take a loss to Golden State, a loss to Sacramento, a loss to the Pacers, a loss to Portland, then get a win over the Hornets, then another L to the Hornets. We'll look at the win over the Hornets, 28 points, 12 rebounds for Whiteside, 22, 5 and 4 for Wade, 33, 9 and 9 for Kemba Walker. What about the L against the Hornets? 21 for Dragic. D Wade fouled out for 12 points. And top scorer in the Hornets was Kemba with 23. And then lost to Portland. Dragic with 20. D Wade with 16, 4 and 5. Lillard with 22. And then the Pacers, lost to the Pacers. Miles Turner put up 33, 9 and 3. Dragic with 23. D Wade with 11, 2 and 4. And then the loss to the Kings. D Wade top scored with 16, 2 and 6. Buddy Hield top scored with 26. De'Aaron Fox with 22. Then the loss to Golden State. Josh Richardson with 11. D Wade with only 9 points. Curry top scored with 24. And KD with 24. So we're 5 and 8 moving into the middle of November. So we'll simulate through. Take a win against the Suns, then lose to the Raptors, then a win against the Wizards, and then a win over the Cavs, and then a win over Minnesota, a win over Washington, then lose to Washington, and then one against Atlanta. So look at the Atlanta win. 28 and 12 for John Collins, 23 and 12 for Whiteside, 17, 5 and 5 for D Wade. The loss to Washington, D Wade top scored with 19, 5 and 9. John Wall balled out for 34, 4 and 4. But we got our revenge with game before. We got the win against the Washington Wizards the game before. So we lost the back-to-back, but we got the first win. Dragic with 23. D Wade with 15, 3 and 5. John Wall put up a 40 bomb. And then the win against Minnesota, D Rose put up 24. Gordon Dragic with 21. And D Wade with 24 and 5. The win against the Suns, 20 for Dragic, 19, 3 and 5 for D Wade. Booker with 21. Then the loss to the Raptors, Kawhi with 29, 7 and 3. Olynyk top scored with 14. D Wade only managed 7 points. Then the win against Washington, 33 for Beal. And D Wade with only 15, 3 and 3. Gordon Dragic top scored with 23. Then the win over the Cavs, Sexton with 21. Whiteside with 22. D Wade struggled with 9 points, 3 rebounds and 4 assists. So we're 11 and 10 moving into December. So we'll simulate the first week of December. So we'll simulate through. We won against Boston. So the 2 games we played against Boston, we won. Then we lost to Detroit and lost to Grizzlies. So I look at 2 games against the Celtics. 24, 3 and 5 for Irving. Dragic top scored with 25, 9 and 6. 21, 6 and 7 for Dwyane Wade. And then we move on to the next game against the Celtics. Kyrie Irving dropped 39, 5 and 5, but still lost by 1 point. Richardson got 21. D Wade with 17, 5 and 3 with 2 steals and 2 blocks. And then the 2 losses, the loss to Memphis. Connolly put up 24, 3 and 4. 18 points for Richardson. 10, 2 and 5 for Wade. Then the 3-point loss to the Pistons. D Wade put up 31, 6 and 4. Drummond put up 33 and 12 rebounds, with Reggie Jackson pouring in 32. So we'll move on to the middle of December. So we'll simulate through. Take a win against the Clippers, then lose to the Spurs, lose to the Pacers, lose to OKC, lose to the Rockets, and then win again against the Spurs. So we'll look at the Clippers win. 25, 9 and 3 for Whiteside. D Wade with 13, 5 and 5. Lou Williams top scored with 13. Then the 1-point loss to the Spurs. 34 for Richardson. D Wade struggled with 11, 2 and 2. Oh, better check the top scorer. DeRozan with 22 was the top scorer for the Spurs. Then lost to the Pacers. Sabonis with 34 and 19. So double-double. Dion Waiters with 29. And D-Wade struggled. He fouled out for 3 points. Then the loss against OKC. Westbrook put up 23, 8 and 3. Adams with 23, 11 and 4. D-Wade put up 32 and 5 to lose, man. And then lost to the Rockets. 40, 12 and 5 from Harden. And then 16 for Dion Waiters. 14, 4 and 3 for D-Wade. Then the win against the Spurs. DeRozan with 17. 27, 9 and 5 for Whiteside. D-Wade with 14, 3 and 4 with 3 steals and a block. So we'll move on to the middle of December, or late December, from December 20th to December 31st, with a 15 and 16 record. So we'll simulate through. So we win against the Bulls. We take a good win against the Bulls. 24, 9 and 10 for Dragic. 21, 2 and 5 for Dwyane Wade. 20 for Porter and 18 for Levine. So we'll simulate to the 31st of December. So we'll simulate through. Take a loss to the Pacers. Take a win over Minnesota. A loss to the Lakers. A loss to Denver. And a loss to Utah Jazz. So we're sitting at 17 and 20 at the end of December. So we'll check the loss against the Pacers. 18 points and 15 rebounds for Whiteside, so a double-double. D-Wade with 14, 6 and 5. Sabonis with 20 and 15 rebounds, so a double-double. Then the win over Minnesota, 25 and 9 for Whiteside, 25 and 8 for Dwyane Wade, 24 and 3 for Derrick Rose. Then we move on to the loss against the Lakers. 26, 4 and 8 for Gordon Dragic, 15, 4 and 3 for D-Wade. He shot 6 of 22 that night. Brandon Ingram with 24, LeBron with 24, 5 and 5 to pick up the 11400 win against the Miami Heat. Then we lose to Denver. Jokic with 20, 10 and 7, so a double-double for Jokic. 20 and 11 rebounds for Gordon Dragic. 18 for Olynyk. D-Wade struggled again with 10, 4 and 8 with 2 steals and a block. And then the loss to the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell put in 29, 3 and 1. And D-Wade put up 25, 2 and 2 with Gordon Dragic also putting up 26 points. So move on to January with a 17 and 20 record. So we'll move through, simulate through January. So we take a tough L to the Clippers, 113 to 96. Montrezl Harrell top scored with 22 points. 21, 3 and 6 for Dwyane Wade. 18 points for Waiter and 14 for Dragic. So we'll simulate the rest of the first week of January. So we'll simulate through. Take a dub against the Lakers, take a dub against the Suns, and then a dub against Brooklyn. So we get our revenge on the Lakers from last week. So 24, 8 and 2 for LeBron, 23, 3 and 8 for D-Wade, with 18 from Whiteside. Then we get the win against the Phoenix Suns, 26, 3 and 4 for Booker, 22 and 10 for Dwyane Wade, so a double-double. Whiteside also helped with 18 points and Richardson with 17. And then the 10-point win against the Nets. Dragic poured in 25, 9 and 5. 23, 2 and 7 for Dwyane Wade. And Spencer Dinwiddie put up 25 and 8. So I got a 20 and 21 record moving into the second week of January. So we'll simulate the second week of January. We won against OKC, lost against the Bucks, and then got our revenge the game after against the Bucks. So we look at the game, the win against OKC. D-Wade put up 37 points with 4 rebounds and 7 assists. Bam Adebayo with 22 points. Paul George with 35, 4 and 7. Russell Westbrook with 25, 9 and 7, but he fouled out. We got the 136, 132 win, so he won by 4. Then got blown out by the Bucks. 17 for Bam. 12, 1 and 3 for D-Wade. He shot 5 of 17. Giannis put up 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. And we got our revenge. The next game against the Bucks, Dragic top scored with 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. D Wade struggled with 10, 5, and 10, but he still got a double-double and got the 110-91 win. So we're even with our record. We're 22 and 22 going into the middle of January. So we'll simulate the middle of January. So we'll simulate now. So we take a win against the Hawks, 104-93 win against the Hawks, 24, 4, and 5 for Trae Young, 20 points for Josh Richardson, 20 for Whiteside with 13 rebounds. D Wade struggled with 10, 5, and 5, but he only put up 10 shots. And so we'll simulate the rest of this week in January. So we'll take a win against the Pelicans, a win against the Mavs, and a win against the Pelicans. So we take 4 wins in a row. So look at the win against the Pelicans, 26, 12, and 6 for Randall. And Davis put in 29 and 2, with D Wade putting up not 17, 4, and 4. And then Whiteside was 16 points and 8 rebounds. And then the win against the Mavs, Luka put up 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists with a steal. Dwyane Wade with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists, and 3 steals and a block. So he got a double-double. Gordon Dragic with a triple-double with 20 points, 12 rebounds, and only 6 assists. So he got a double-double. I was mistaken. And then the win over the Pelicans, Dwyane Wade with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Whiteside with a double-double with 19 points and 12 rebounds. Julius Randle with 25 points and 10 rebounds and 4 assists, so he gets a double-double. And Anthony Davis with 22 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists, so it's another double-double, but he got 6 blocks as well. Miami come away with a 111-108 win. So going into the final week of January, we've got a 26 and 22 record, so we'll simulate the final week of January. So we take an L to the Celtics by 20, an L to the Magic, then get a W over the Hornets, and then an L to the Cavs. So look at the 20-point loss to the Celtics. 24 points for Whiteside with 10 rebounds. D Wade with 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists, with also a steal and a couple blocks. Kyrie Irving top scored with 32 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists, with also a steal. They got the 145-123 win. And then we lost by 4 to the Magic. D Wade top scored with 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Josh Richardson with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist, with a couple steals and a couple blocks. Evan Fournier with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. And then the 2-point winner over the Hornets, Kemba Walker dropped 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 16 assists. So a double-double. Josh Richardson with 22 points. Dwyane Wade with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, with a couple steals and 1 block. And then the loss to the Cavs to finish off January, Tristan Thompson with 22 and 11, so a double-double. And D Wade struggled with 11, 5, and 6. So I'll move on to February with a 27 and 25 record. So I'll move on to simulate through. Oh, resimulate. Take a win over the Knicks, then a loss to the Bucks, and then lost to the Pacers, lost to the Rockets, and lost to the Magic. So look at the win over the Knicks. Dennis Smith Jr. with 23, 2, and 4. 25 and 11 for Bam. D Wade with 14, 3, and 3. So, and then we took, 1, 2, 3, 4 losses in a row. We'll finish simulating before All-Star. So we get an L to the Nuggets, and we'll simulate the game against Brooklyn. And we take another tough L against Brooklyn. So we're struggling at 21 and 31 going into All-Star break. I don't know if you want me to check all these L's, man. I'll have a quick check. Giannis with 28 points. D Wade with 27. The loss to the Pacers, 18 for Olynyk, 30 for Bogdanovich. D Wade with 16. 18 points for Dragic. D-Wade struggled with only 10 points. 28 points for Harden. She also got a double-double. Then the loss against the Magic. 25 points for Fournier. 22 for Waiters and 13 points for D-Wade. Then the loss against the Nuggets. 32 points for D-Wade. 27 for Will Barton. And 25 points, 23 rebounds, and 13 assists for Jokic. So he got a triple-double. And then the big loss against the Nets, 22 and 13 for DeMar Carroll. D-Wade with only 17 points and 22 points for Richardson. So move into the after All-Star break. So we'll simulate to the start of March. So we'll simulate through. Keep simulating. Took an L to the Bucks, an L to the Hornets, then finally stop their losing streak and get a W over the 76ers on February 27th. Take a 105-91 win. Tobias Harris with 17, 26 points for Richardson, 18 points for Dwyane Wade. Then we'll have a quick look at the two L's. Giannis with 42 and 14 rebounds. Josh Richardson with 22 points. D-Wade with 14 points. And we'll look at the Hornets loss. 24 points for Kemba Walker. Dwyane Wade top scored with 15 points. And then we'll check the win against the 76ers. Oh, I think we already did that, eh? So we'll move on through into March. So we've got a 29 and 33 record going into March. So we'll simulate the first 2 weeks in March. Simulate through. Take an L to the 76ers, then 2 dubs over the Knicks and the Hawks, and then get another one over the Hawks. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in a row after losing to the Sixers. So 19 points for Olynyk. D-Wade only got 11 points. 31 points and 11 rebounds for Embiid. 28 points, 11 and 10 assists for Ben Simmons. He's trolling with that triple-double out here. Then the win over the Knicks. 21 points for Gordon Dragic, 15 points for Dwyane Wade, 22 for Moutier, and then the win over the Atlanta Hawks, 25 for Dragic, and 14 points for D-Wade, 15 points for Trae Young, and the back-to-back wins over the Hawks. Dwyane Wade top scored with 19 points. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's Vince Carter. So Vince Carter got 22 points, Bazemore 18 points, and then we got the Cavs game, and we won against the Cavs. Gordon Dragic top scored with 17 points, D-Wade only managed 11 points, Clarkson with 22, J.R. Smith with 16, back-to-back wins against the Cavs. Dwyane Wade top scored with 28 points, Kevin Love with 15, then the win over the Magic. Fultz with 27 points, Richardson with 21, and we'll look at D-Wade where he must have struggled. 20 points for D-Wade. So we've got a 35 and 34 record going into late March. So we'll simulate the middle of March. So we take a win against the Jazz, 111 to 95. Bam top scored with 25. Dwyane Wade with 20 points and 10 assists. Donovan Mitchell with 23 points, Gobert with 23 points and 15 rebounds. So we'll simulate to March 19th, simulate through. There's a W. We take a W against the Grizzlies, then lose quite bad to the Bulls, then get another W over the Pistons. So look at the game against the Grizzlies. D-Wade top scored with 22 points, Valanciunas with 22, Jackson Jr. with 20 points. Then the loss to the Bulls. Zach LaVine with 24 points, Whiteside with 22 points, and D-Wade struggled with 14 points. Then the win over Detroit, 26 points with Drummond, Jackson with 22, Gordon Dragic with 26, Richardson with 29, D-Wade struggled with 15 points. So move on to the last 4 games in March, going into April 1st. So a 38 and 35. So we'll simulate through, take a loss to the Knicks, a loss to the Nets, take a win over the Raptors, so we lose to the Knicks, 22 for Josh Richardson, 18 points for D-Wade, 29 points for Dennis Smith Jr., with DeAndre Jordan getting 16 points and 15 rebounds. Then the loss against the Nets, Dwyane Wade top scored with 29 points. Spencer Dinwiddie also got 29 points, and D'Angelo Russell with 24 points. And then we won against the Raptors outfit, 24 points for Kawhi Leonard, 17, 2, and 10 for D Wade, so a double-double. So I'll move on to the last game in March and the first game in April, so we'll simulate through. Get the win over the Knicks and the win over the Mavs. So we'll look at the win over the Knicks. Moutier with 20 points. Joe Johnson with 22 points and 10 rebounds. And 18 points for Dwyane Wade. Then the win over the Mavs. 23 points and 13 rebounds for Whiteside. 16 points for Dwyane Wade. Luka got 38 and 7. So we've got the last 4 games here. So we've got a 41 and 37 record, so we'll simulate these 3 games. We take a loss to the Pistons, and we finish with L, so we're 41 and 40 going into the last game. We'll simulate the last game. We're going to be 41 and 41 to finish the season. Steph Curry gets MVP. Luka gets Rookie of the Year. Domantas Sabonis gets 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Drummond. D'Angelo Russell gets Most Improved. Steve Kerr gets the Coach of the Year with the best record of 72 and 10. So I'll advance on. All NBA first team is Steph Curry, Harden, Giannis, LeBron, and Jokic. All NBA second team is Westbrook, Walker, Paul George, Kawhi, and Drummond. All NBA third team is Ben Simmons, Luka, Anthony Davis, Blake Griffin, and Embiid. All defensive first team is Harden, Ben Simmons, Giannis, Anthony Davis, and Andre Drummond. All defensive second team is John Wall, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Kawhi, and Gobert. All rookie first team is Luka, Trae Young, DeAndre Ayton, Kevin Knox, and Jaren Jackson Jr. So I'll advance on. Did Miami even make the play-in? They're in the East, so have a look. We're in the play-in, so we've got to do the play-in. So we'll have our play-in game, so we'll simulate play-in. And Miami, we do get through the play-in. So we'll look at the box score of the play-in game. We won 118 to 105. Josh Richardson with 27. Dragic with 25. D Wade struggled with 9 points. Reggie Jackson with 26 points. Blake Griffin with 22. So it's going to be Miami against Toronto. So we're playing Toronto in round 1. So we'll simulate game 1. And we're down 1-0 to the Raptors. We take a tough loss, 122 to 99. Kawhi drops 38, 12 rebounds and 9 assists. Dragic top scored with 19 points. D Wade struggled with 14. We'll move on to game 2. Simulate through. Oh, the Raptors are up 2-0. Kawhi drops 36 points, with Siakam also putting up 25 points and 12 rebounds, so a double-double. 19 points and 9 rebounds for Whiteside, so he's top scorer. D Wade struggling this series. 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists in 33 minutes. We'll move on to game 3. Simulate through. Oh, it's looking like a sweep out here. Toronto are up 3-0. 111 to 90. Dragic dropped 23 points. D Wade came back with 17 points. Kawhi had a normal game with 21 points. Kyle Lowry with 18, 4, and 12, so he got a double-double. Move on to game 4. Can Miami keep their season alive? And Miami have been eliminated 4-0. So Miami's team with Dwyane Wade's final year gets bundled out in the first round. Richardson put up 21 points. D Wade in his final game for Miami Heat, he put up 19 points and 6 assists. Kawhi Leonard with 28 and 8 and 3. So we'll move on. Toronto moves on to the second round. So we'll simulate to the finals, So we'll simulate that again. And it's going to be Toronto against Indiana and OKC against Golden State. So we'll simulate that. And we're going to get the Western Conference Finals MVP is going to be Curry. And then the Eastern Conference Finals MVP is going to be Kawhi. So we'll go out of that. So it's going to be a Warriors-Raptors final. So we'll simulate game 1 of the final. And Warriors come up to a 1-0 start. Golden State blew it out 138-96. Klay Thompson put up 29 points. Curry put up 25 points, 7 rebounds and 10 assists. With Kevin Durant also putting up 25 points. Kyle Lowry with 19. Kawhi Leonard with 14, 8 and 5. Pascal Siakam with a double-double with 14 points and 10 rebounds. So I'll move on to game 2 of the finals. Simulate through. Warriors up 2-0. 132-100. So they're saying, so 2K is saying if KD was healthy, Steph Chef would have 5 rings? Is that what you're saying, 2K? 33 points for Klay Thompson, 31 points for Kevin Durant, 30 points for Curry, 16 points for DeMarcus Cousins, 25 points for Leonard, 19 for Siakam, 16 for Lowry. So move on to game 3 of the finals. Can Toronto Raptors come back? Oh, it's 3-0 to Golden State. It's looking like a sweep. 132-115. 115. So that means, oh, that's like a 20-point loss, or close to it. Kawhi with 20 points, Ibaka with 19 points, and Gasol with 17 points. Curry went off for 46 points with 8 rebounds and 9 assists. Kevin Durant with 30 points, 6 rebounds and 8 assists. With Klay Thompson also helping with 18 points. It's looking like a sweep. We go into game 4. Can Raptors keep the series alive, or is it going to be sweep? And it's a 4-0 sweep to the Warriors. And Steph Curry gets finals MVP. And we'll look at the box score, 122-114. 122-114. Kawhi with 25, 5 and 5. Siakam with 21. Gasol with 15, 11 and 5. So a double-double. Klay Thompson top scored with 36 points, 10 rebounds and 2 assists. So it's a double-double. 32 points and 10 assists for Curry. So a double-double. 25 points and 10 rebounds for Kevin Durant, so that's another double-double. And in the 2019 season, it will go to the Warriors with a 4-0 sweep of the Raptors. And Miami gets, in Dwyane Wade's last year, final season, he gets to he wins the play-in game, and he loses to Toronto Raptors in the first round in the first 4 games. As if you guys are enjoying this content, don't forget to put a like to this video, And for all you new viewers out there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I'm on that road to 1,000 subs. And I appreciate every single one of yous. Anyway, that's another video in the books. And that's NZ Blasian out. And we'll catch yous in the next video. NZ Blasian out.